physician. Please consult your doctor or physician before taking any vitamins, herbs, or supplements during and after or before your pregnancy. Alright, let's get into the video. What's up, everybody? It is day 5, October 5th of our 30-day countdown to labor. I'm feeling good, doing well. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the supplements that I'm taking throughout my pregnancy, or that I've been taking, and what I'm committing to take every single day without forgetting for the duration, hopefully what's left of this month or less, at least the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to share with you what I have here and the benefits and the reasons that I'm taking them, as well as the brand specifically for this one, my prenatal vitamins. So if you are pregnant or wanting to become pregnant, because remember, even before you get pregnant, the more prepared your body is with the vitamins and the minerals, the easier it is to get pregnant should you want to. Let's start off with the vitamin D supplement that I'm taking. We're going to talk about vitamin D with this one and a little bit more when we get to the multivitamin or the prenatal, because it also contains vitamin D. But I am taking Garden of Life, My Kind Organics Vegan D3 Chewable Vitamin. It looks like this. It's a chewable tablet, so literally you just put it in your mouth and you chew. I took one today already, so I'm not going to take this one. But it's a little tablet. The flavor they have on here is raspberry lemon, I guess. I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of chalky when you're chewing it, but it's a chewable tablet. It's not bad at all. But let's talk about vitamin D and why you need it and why you really need it during pregnancy. So vitamin D is involved in calcium absorption. It's going to help with your bone and muscle and heart health, as well as immune function. And who doesn't need a stronger, properly functioning immune system, especially these days? The daily recommended intake is going to be 15 micrograms for the average adult. So keep in mind that for people who are more pigmented, meaning darker skin, more melanin in your skin, the more pigmentation that is occurring in your skin, the less your skin will actually produce for you. So it's very important for us, especially as black men and women, to get our vitamin D from outside sources, because although we do produce some, we do not produce enough. So sources of vitamin D are going to be the sun, so literally spending time outside in the sun. Fortified foods such as whole milk is fortified with vitamin D. Cereals, rice, grains, a lot of processed foods are fortified with vitamin D. And of course, your fruits and vegetables are going to contain vitamin D as well. Outside of those things though, we have supplements to help us out, to help us fill in any gaps that might exist in what it is that we're getting, to make sure that we're getting what we need. People who have more pigmentation tend to be vitamin D deficient. Also, people who live in climates that are maybe don't get as much sun, or maybe your winters are much longer, or maybe you just don't go outside very much. In any of those cases, it's going to be important to get your vitamin D from somewhere, or else you will be deficient. Now, for the people, for my moms who are expecting or planning to be expecting soon, if you are already vitamin deficient, then there's no way that your baby is going to be getting the vitamin D that he or she needs as well. So that means that you need to ramp up even more the amount of vitamin D that you're getting. So 400 IUs, also known as 10 micrograms, is what is deemed appropriate for the fetus to get. So 800 is the daily recommended intake for adults. 400 is what would provide the most assistance to the developing fetus. Now, those are the daily recommended intakes, but you can take up to as much as 4,000 IUs, which is 100 micrograms. Your body can tolerate that much vitamin D. So here in this supplement, it's 50 micrograms out of the 100, and then also in my prenatal vitamin is the other 50. So I'm getting 4,000, and 4,000 IUs has had the best studies and results as far as getting what you need as mom and giving baby what they need, because if we don't get it, then the baby doesn't get it. Next, we can talk about Ritual, my prenatal vitamin. So this video is not sponsored or anything, but these are literally the best prenatal vitamins I have come across, and I have taken a lot of prenatal vitamins. During my first pregnancy, I was still like newly health conscious, maybe like 2 years in. I knew the importance of vitamins. I knew the importance of finding things that were made with like whole foods, clean ingredients, organic ingredients, but I was still new, and I was definitely brand new to prenatal vitamins. So I did a lot of testing of different vitamins. I had vitamins that were like this big, vitamins that were this big, vitamins that I had to take 3 times a day, vitamins that I had to take 3 vitamins at once. Like some of them were okay tasting, some of them were disgusting, some of them were like gag inducing. It was a lot, but they were all on that side of like being organic, whole food derived, natural, you know, the healthiest that I could find. But these right here are like top tier in my opinion, and some people may think that I'm like boosting them and they're not all that good, but literally I have never had such a pleasurable experience with any sort of vitamin, including prenatal, in my life. So I'm raving about them. Let me tell you what's in them. So in the Ritual prenatal vitamin, there are 12 traceable ingredients, which is already like huge, because you can find out on their website exactly where they source every single ingredient within the vitamin. They're gluten-free. They are free of most major allergens. They're vegan. They're free of artificial colorings, fillers, and flavorings, which fillers are a big thing in like vitamins. Sometimes there's just stuff like packed in there to make it like a vitamin, a presentable vitamin, but it's not all things that are necessary. And everything that we put in our bodies, we want to be aware of what it is, and we want it to be necessary. We don't want to put anything extra, because we get enough extra stuff already when we stop at Krispy Kreme. So we want our vitamins to be clean and transparent. That's what it looks like. And one other thing about the capsule, it tastes so good. It's not sweet, but it's essenced with lemon or like citrus flavoring, so I can hold it in my mouth. If I wanted to, I could hold it in my mouth, where with other vitamins I don't even want it to touch my tongue. And also they have a delayed release capsule design, so this means that the vitamins are formulated to dissolve in the small intestine, which is the optimal place for your vitamins to dissolve. And then another thing about these, they have folate instead of folic acid. That's another thing that I tried my best to make sure my prenatal vitamins had, was folate instead of folic acid. So folic acid is a synthetic form of folate. It's usually occurring in most things that you look at, especially your fortified foods. But the thing about folic acid, everybody can't process it correctly. So the purpose is folic acid is synthetically produced, of course, so that they can produce more of it, fortify more foods with it. It's about like convenience, and you know, everything is about convenience, but it doesn't mean anything if your body cannot correctly convert it to folate, because folate is what we need and folate is what the baby needs. So these vitamins actually have folate and not folic acid, They also have omega-3 DHA, which is kind of difficult to find. At least when I was pregnant before 3 years ago, I had to take a separate supplement for my omega-3 and DHA aside from what I was getting through my diet. They have vitamin D, biotin, iron, boron, vitamin K, magnesium, and vitamin E. Did I say vitamin E? I highly recommend. It is a subscription based service, so there are 30 servings of vitamins in here. That means one every single day, and you get them recurring on a monthly basis. Only thing about these vitamins that may turn some people off is that the subscription is $35 a month. Now, when I was pregnant the first time, I was spending anywhere from $30 to $60 on prenatal vitamins, trying to pick the thing that was going to be the best. You get what you pay for. Honestly, when it comes to like nourishing my baby in the best way possible, especially because they have no control, they can't do it themselves, they need me to do it, I am 100% okay with spending $35 a month on vitamins that are going to serve us both, so that during the pregnancy and after the pregnancy, I am the healthiest, my baby is the healthiest. $35 a month. You can spend twice that on dinner one time, going out to dinner. So it's like whatever. And then it's convenient because you're gonna have to keep going back to the store. You're gonna have to keep remembering to place a new Amazon order to get more vitamins. They just come in the mail, and if you get backed up, then you got a whole lot of vitamins, because I have like 2 more bottles from the times that I was not taking them every single day. So I highly recommend the Ritual vitamin. I'm a better vitamin. I can't. So the last one that we're gonna go over is my probiotic pre and postnatal. Whether you're pregnant or not, a probiotic supplement is going to help you out so much. Probiotics are so slept on. We don't talk about them enough. We talk about our multivitamins, but we don't talk about probiotics very much. And so I'm going to talk about probiotics today. These are actually, they stay in the refrigerator, so that goes to show you how alive, I should say, they're alive. So if you don't know anything about probiotics, probiotics are healthy bacteria for your gut and your microbiome. So a probiotic is going to support digestive function. A lot of women during pregnancy tend to suffer from constipation. So if that's you, or if it's ever been you, then just know that a probiotic is going to help to offset and support you through that struggle. Probiotics also lessen the presence of bad bacteria in the gut. So we know that when it comes to like antibiotics, antibiotics are going to kill good bacteria, they're going to kill bad bacteria. Probiotic is your better approach to getting rid of the bad bacteria, because we don't want our good bacteria to be killed off. We want our good bacteria to stay put. So probiotic is going to help keep the good bacteria intact while lessening the bad bacteria. Now this is a probiotic only, but I want to talk a little bit about prebiotics as well. Prebiotic is kind of going to do the opposite effect of the probiotic. So a prebiotic is going to help to stimulate, acts as a fertilizer, and it's going to help to stimulate the growth of good bacteria. Probiotics are also going to help my ladies. There are probiotics for men and women, but for the ladies, probiotics are going to help ward off vaginal yeast infections and conditions like BV that result from an imbalance in the bacteria. There are 2 specific strains that are best for keeping the vaginal flora in balance, and those are, the first one is Lactobacillus rhamnosus, and the second one is Lactobacillus fermentis. So those are going to improve the vaginal flora, which is just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it is the environment that exists in the vagina. I'm sorry guys, I don't really know how to explain it, but if you are, especially if you're giving birth vaginally versus C-section, then the flora of the vagina is going to provide so much to your baby just because they are passing through that canal. So those are the 3 supplements that I am taking and committing to taking every single day for the remainder of my pregnancy. Should I have been taking them every single day anyway? Yes, absolutely, but it's not too late. Better late than never, or better late than to give up. So I'm not giving up. I'm going to pump myself full of all these nutrients to keep myself healthy, keep my body balanced, get my baby even healthier until he or she decides to make their debut into this world. If you are pregnant, expecting, or wanting to get pregnant, I highly recommend these supplements. Please consult with your physician before taking any vitamins, supplements, herbs, or anything mentioned on this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value from it. I hope you learned at least one new thing, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 6.